Nowadays, I feel like that was only like 10 years ago, 14 years ago, somewhere between there. Math that I don't willing to do or prepared to. Because I just jumped into the story in the opening act. Holy, how the hell's everybody doing? So back to being crunk. Yeah, I can't even tell my gauge. I just had a brownie and it's kicking in real good.
Kicking it real good.
Bong tokes, everybody has their max. You're like, this is how many bong tokes I need, or how many dabs you're at. You portion it out, it ends up being a certain number, somewhere in the hockey range, like 1 to 5. I need 5 bong tokes, but I do them all really small. It's when your one friend's like 2 pretty fucking big tokes. But everybody's got that one friend that cannot fit enough fucking weed into his bowl. You're like, it's spilling over the edge, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the bowl levels here, he's stacking it like fucking Mount Crumpets. The thing's tilting over a little bit. That's never gonna fucking work. Choking on it, losing it, making a scene of himself. That's why I think there should be toker's etiquette. That should be a class you should be able to get. You go to get your weed license, it's toker's etiquette, you know what I mean? Tap before you ash, roll a straight joint, ask people how they like their weed. Provide munchies, shit like that. Everything the Trails does. That's what I'm saying. Everything the Trails does. Toker's etiquette, they know. You guys are lively. Must be into in the crowd. Can't have sativa. Sorry, is it? No, sativa gets you all fucked up and ready to go. Sativa. Can't have indica in the crowd. You guys just fall asleep on me. You got it done. Not a very dignifying for a person who's trying to make you laugh. Yeah. And I look around the room like, fuck, I just fell asleep in public. At a bar, it's totally embarrassing. At a lounge, you're like, I win. Everybody knows I'm the stonedest right now. Stonedest? Don't think that's a word. There's also a stoner dictionary that should be added to it. There's a certain whole lot of lingo. I mean, you pick up anything, really, once you dive into the world. Like, you ever said something like, oh, I love to paint, and people just bury you in fucking artists and facts and pieces, just like, oh, bro, maybe I don't. Holy shit, I love cars. Yeah, what's your favorite? What was Bumblebee? I like that one. That was a Camaro. Yeah, that's my favorite car. Apparently, I don't love cars. I know nothing about them. Just shut your mouth sometimes. People know, and wine. Holy shit, do people like to fucking talk about wine? And I think weed's getting that way too. Weed's getting that way. People get really particular about their shatters. Since you're like, I can't believe this person knows so much. Fucking have a college degree or something. Like, they should have been in class. He absorbed this all by choice. Holy shit. All that motivation to get high. High as a motherfucker. I don't recognize your face, at least maybe because I'm not high, but you been here before or first time to the trails?
No.
No, you've been a regular trailblazer. Rock on, coolio. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Rob.
Rob, I'm Levi. We do that. Now I feel like I know everybody. And you as well. I don't recognize you, although I've seen you before.
Justice.
Justice. Did you say Justin, or did I just make up Justice?
No, it's Justice.
It's Justice. All right. Fucking A. I'm firing through every one of the names that I can think of that means something like a personal virtue. I've never met a Justice. I'm trying to come up with a Justice joke. Other than I can't do it justice. Moving on. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Fucking A. So, what can I tell you in news? Every day, we've got the red bin over there. You guys have noticed on the way in. That's how stoners should be, with a fucking kind reputation. Remove the stigma. What did I say? Stop the stoner stigmatism? That's not the word I meant. I meant stigma. I continue to spell with a Y until someone's like, you, there's no Y in stigma. You're making all this up. All right. So Project Share, you guys bringing in, they're doing this all the way until Christmas. Regular Trailblazers, I know it's obvious. I'm pointing it out there for you guys. Welcome to Lambs the first time, or haven't noticed that is over there throwing in stuff is helping the cause. That's what's up. Everybody has shit lying around your house. You're just like, yo, I haven't worn this Ninja Turtle too. I should bring it here next time I'm there. Pack it up with your kids' stoners and donate to Project Share. Also, $5 of your membership. If you're paying for the next, if it's coming up soon, your monthly membership is running out, then next one has $5 donated to the Project Share as well. And that is set up through Mr. Mike. Thank you very much, Mike Connoisseurs. Make some noise for your host right now. Fucking A. That's what's up. People still are like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, they can't wrap their minds around coming here and getting high. They fucking can't. It's been 85 years since marijuana was like declared a drug, not legal. You can't have it. It's too fucking convenient. It makes this whole system too damn easy and fun and enjoyable. You can put up with too much shit. It increases your tolerance. I don't like it. We need to be miserable fuckers, eat McDonald's, and hear your left. Until marijuana also replaced the paper factory, and everything else was made out of paper. And that person's like, fuck, man, I was making a lot of money off of trees. They can grow weed cheaper, hemp cheaper, and make paper just as easily. But fuck that, because it would make too much sense. So it's been 85 years before civilization's like, I think they were wrong. We did an experiment. We got 100 people high, and nobody got rapey or went insane or killed anybody. In fact, it was a great time, and I wish you were there. People say the funniest shit, man. I do notice that they eat things that are not certainly edible or, I don't know, readily edible. Like, that's frozen. Okay, fuck easy, man. That's alright. Okay, frozen berries are just as good. You're just too impatient to wait for them to thaw. Frozen berries, I'm that fucking high. But after that study, I'm just saying, it's been that long. It's really been that long, guys. And now we have this, a fucking lounge, where local funny people come up and make you laugh while you're super stoned, and hopefully you still have enough like energy and brain cells left to give an actual response. But will do, but you gotta give that much. We need to hear the snickers. We need to hear it. Comics are sometimes like, I don't know if I'm doing good. You're like, basically, if you're at a paper trail show and you can see people's teeth, you're killing, man. You're killing. You can see eyes. It's early in the show. Headliners don't usually see people's eye contact. Stuff really connect. Good job. Just validated it out loud. Nice. You guys are really good though. Super sedated. I was gonna say that was new. There was something. Oh, in the dating world, just kind of wanted to bring this up. There's also something that gentlemen get mixed up about. I see a lot of guys are like, I hate when we go out and take a girl out, and they're like, all they order is a salad. I'm like, order a meal, you know what I mean? Like, girls need to eat. I'm like, okay, cool, but salad is also healthy for you. And it's good for you. And then, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but it's kind of hard to ride a whole lot of D if you have carbs in you, because those make you sleepy. So maybe she's saving room for dick. You know? You ever think about it that way? When you're full, really, come on now. You're like, yes, we slept together in a fucking carb coma. It was wonderful. We woke up with the proper complex carbohydrates to fuck in the morning. But that night never happened. So, salad's an okay choice. It's good. It's good for you. People who eat greens, go salad, right? I'm promoting the greens, right? I just had to think outside the box there for a second. And promote a different kind of green, and it's still inside the box, so I didn't leave that far. I'm chained pretty much. I can't tell if I'm on topic or if the camera's rolling. You guys are wonderful, man. Honestly, you're like, so people ask me, like, did you write some stuff tonight? Like, I wouldn't remember it even if I did, you know what I mean? If I was like, we're going to talk about this, we're just going to end up being over here and just talking the truth. Stoners have a craving for that. They're like, wow, man, that's so fucking true. And the whole room just agrees it's true, and we move on. Comments in the back room like, is that comedy, or are we all just thinking the same thoughts and agreeing? Like, I'm not, yeah, that's true. It's like, yeah. All right, so big golf, huh? See you later. Last time I was here, we had special mashed potatoes. Smashed potatoes? Smashed potatoes. The world of marijuana is continuing to grow. It's just butter, right? All you need is marijuana butter. You extract it out, and now you have something that's like a potent green butter, substitutional for butter. Whenever you bake something, you usually have to use butter, so instead you use this butter. Fucking mashed potatoes. Smashed potatoes. Like, this would save my family, who was like all my immediate family burns, like right from, I'm the youngest sibling all the way to the top, and mom and dad. Save us so much time. You don't have to go out and like prep and work and light and smoke and pass. Bust, how many fucking joints? Who knows? Just sounds like all this chore. We just put the weed in the mashed potatoes, done dinner, snack your plates. In fact, you're just sitting there. Supper was good. So,
we have room for dessert? Quiet little fox circle the table. Anyone want to go outside and smoke a joint?
Why? Smashed potatoes, buddy. Smashed potatoes and steak. Smashed potatoes and turkey. Oh my god, it's just the best thing. It needs to make its way into my house. Or I had my own place that just cooked butter all the time. Like all the time. Can't be an apartment building because that shit would stink up the whole fucking place. It smells like a wheat bakery. It's just the most wonderful thing. That's all the time I'm going to do on baked goods. As I can see, I was passionate about it, but there's not a full 20 minutes. However, if anybody gets munchies, feel free to do so while I'm up. We do have a sick lineup, and I think we're worked in. I think we're bringing some comedy for you guys. It's cool because every time there's new acts, and I haven't tallied them up for last year, but last year we had like over 180 different people come through the trails, which is cool sport from everybody coming around. So give it up for your first act. There's everyone here. First time debuting on this very stage, Mr. No Commercial Potential NCPJ himself. Make a little noise for him. It's all yours, my man. Pass the mic.
So there I was. It was late October, Friday the 13th. It's a full moon and overcast skies. The night was dead calm, the wind was howling, just like in the movie. I'd always known the stories of the Stroop. Heard about it from when I was a little boy. Mom used to tell me about it. She was a voodoo priestess, which was kind of weird. She was white. Never forget the first time I saw the Stroop. Just stood there, like a sentinel, with a grin on his face, like he just farted in an elevator. I didn't know what to do. Levi Mann, don't go walking in the woods alone. Levi Mann, don't go walking in the woods alone. You'll end up running blind with mud in your eyes. Won't live to see the next sunrise. They'll know you. Know you. Levi Mann, don't go walking in the woods alone. Levi Mann, don't go walking in the woods alone. There's a madman with a grin on his face, genetic throwback from the human race. Some people say he's from outer space. Watch out for the Stroop! 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 If they're watching for you, he's gonna tear you down and kick you in the face! Levi Mann, don't go walking in the woods alone. Levi Mann, walking. You'll end up running blind with mud in your eyes. Won't live to see the next sunrise. No, you! No, you! No, you! No, you! To this day, people still ask me, how did I get away from the Stroop? How did I survive? Well, it says I did. Stop shaking. So I wrote this song a while back. Obviously, I can't remember how to play it. This is a song that I wrote for a Valentine's gift because I was too cheap to buy anything. So, if you got no cash and you got a guitar and you get to get something for Valentine's Day, pay attention. You can play them this song and get away with it. Put on your fuzzy bunny suit. Put on your fuzzy bunny suit. 'Cause I got a carrot, and I want to share it. I'll stick it up your fuzzy bunny hoop. It's Valentine's Day. Pull on my Stroop till it hurts, and we'll go fuck in the garden. Put on your fuzzy bunny suit. It's Valentine's Day. Hey, put on your fuzzy bunny suit. Put on your fuzzy bunny suit. Hey! Put on your goddamn fucking fuzzy bunny suit! I'll shut it down, get every box and turn it on! Love you. Love you not. Yeah, that's all I'm prepared to do today.
Thank you, Mike. Make some noise for MCP himself. There's MPCJ, buddy. Fuck. Put on your fucking fuzzy bunny suit. Put it on. Do it. That was awesome, man. Told you the storm was a great tell jokes. You had fun. Yeah, oh, fuck, I love when acoustic acts come through. Yeah. Actually, one more time for Jason and everybody. Make some noise for him. Hell yeah. That first, a good friend of mine was inspired. We shot a short little clip in the woods there one day to make a trailer for a movie that's not ever coming out. But this man thinks that it should, because that's the preview, the song that was written about the whole plot, and I think this is fermenting. Is that the right word? Am I just making up shit? It's fermenting. We're making some booze. It's gonna be kick ass. DJ Mastermind Mike, if alright, sorry, we have a concession. However, we're gonna cut this up in just a second so you guys have the trailer to the movie that's for the song. So, but we can't play it here. This is a basket. I'm not really sure what it was for, other than to buy up time enough to open up this trailer. So we're gonna get this rocking right here, so that even they are watching it as well. Alright, sorry man, camera right at you. What I did for the screen over here. This is the first time ever doing video at the Video Shows show on episode 57.
I'm really not sure what to fill this time in with, other than getting those things. I was like, yeah, that's good. Okay, cool.
Oh, featuring your headliner tonight and the song written about that. And this is Jason Smith. Whew, that was fun. And I sat down for a second. I stood up. Now I'm way higher. I feel like. Oh, I didn't even get into the special mac and cheese. So these people put butter in everything, man. They're putting butter in fucking everything. Like some mac and cheese is it special? And like think of like, would you like an orange? Can you grow orange with weed in it already? Yeah, we fed it nothing but weed water. Oh, perfect.
Weed water.
Weed water. You're spraying it. Amazing. Amaze balls. Alright, that was totally fun. Fucking A. That was a lot of fun. We should start making videos to get that happening more. Because everybody had a fun time there except for the back room. They would encourage that back room to be not so back roomish, you know what I mean? You're just playing games, sir? Is that all you're doing? Just not even, there's people who bleed out their hearts performing musical art for you and all types of videography and all types, one clip, 125, all types. There was every kind of the world. Flags over here. Does everybody show up with their own bong? Is that happen too? That's a pretty sweet concept, right? You know, you can rent bongs. They have a free rental between 420 and 710. If you're not that deep into the whole marijuana world, you don't know what 420 is, you should know what 420 is. 710 is the other special number. Why? Because upside down it smells oil. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And when you're done dabs, you see the Dabbuccino machine is over there. There's cleverly a Starbucks Frappuccino cup that's been turned into a rig. The Dabbuccino. And gets you fucked. Dabs are good for you. I think especially for something we were discussing earlier, being crunked at 12 years old. Yeah, you know, it takes a little bit more. It's like if you only started with coolers for like most of your childhood and then got your way to liquor by the time you were 24, like getting drunk again. You know, holy shit. Well, I've been smoking weed for so long that when dabs came out, like, this is wonderful. I'm actually a little disoriented. I'm actually a little paranoid. This is great. I haven't felt this in years. I'm actually freaking out. This is great. I showed up here on rollerblades for a birthday dab. The time the owner gave me a birthday dab, I walked my rollerblades out there, hugging them, just looking at everything, feeling like it's judging me. You know, every person and tree and animal knew that I was fucked. Oh, stop judging me. You can see your soul tree, and you're looking at Then pass by the Mr. Cappuccino down the street. You know that gelato place that's been open since Niagara Falls was established, and it's never been closed, and it never has business, but always has Lamborghinis parked out front of it. You know that place? I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna make my fucking espressos, and nobody's gonna bother me, right? Okay, I'm on my fucking corner. Get the fuck off my corner. Oh, yeah. A cappuccino? Basically, what I'm saying is it's got to be, it's definitely ran by crime.
that nobody is balls enough to stop, which I think is respectable. So when my stoned ass walks by this awning with a whole bunch of Italian men arguing amongst each other, I'm just like, wrong place, wrong time, man. Wrong place, wrong time, bro. Just walking, little legs are moving as fast as, holy fucking shit, bro. Holy fucking shit. You know? I'm just saying with the little legs, I have to walk. That's just steps I have to take, so many more of them. Learn to speed walk. Those hips moving, guys, side to side. Just flying down the street. Have a race with anybody here. I'll beat you. Long-legged motherfuckers. Do you realize how bad it is to have a femur, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even see from the side how ridiculous that short is. Like, when I'm older and I have a gut, my grandchildren will not have a lap to sit on. Like, they're just too tiny, bro. Too tiny. I'm a normal-shaped person, mostly. Like, I'm as tall as any of you sitting down. You touch your toes, gentlemen? Is that even an option? Can you guys do that? Can we just... Oh shit, I'm not... That's the floor, bro. Like, that's the floor. Oh shit, I dropped the fucking roach. I'm already off. You know what I mean? Oh, I'll do one of these for you. Tie my shoes like that, just let it hang out there. One-handed. Doggy style's not even an option for me. You know, like, that's just not even an option. Ladies with long legs. Just look at it like a height requirement. Tiny little stubby legs. Oh, fuck. Go up in your toes. You know, that doesn't last very long. I don't care who you are. Caveman style just like, it's too hard. It's a leap. You gotta do RXP 1990 in order to fucking do caveman position. Up on the toes, you know what I'm saying? Use just the back muscles. Oh, fuck yeah, pull my hair. No, I'm hanging on to it because I'm about to fall off the fucking bed. Arch it for me. Then you look at it like it's just a ride that you're not tall enough to get on Wonderland. That's alright. She always had a thing for hockey pads anyway. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I think I've exerted the short leg far enough. You guys are wonderful. I'm serious. I am fucking smashed right now. That brownie or whatever the hell they gave me in the first place. It's just, I gotta be on your level, and I'm not even sure I'm there. You all look spry right now and alert, and like, you know, holy shit, vapor trails, smoke up, bail me out here. I'm fucking ripped. Ears are warm. I feel like they're red, like you see through them. Don't look at my ears. What else can I tell you? Time check. Price check on prune juice, Bob. Price check on prune juice. Does anybody know where that's from, or am I just saying shit? That was totally Frank Gully. I'm just going to tweet about this right now, real quick. I think we should shoot. Let's record. We're about, and we're rolling. Back screen. Hey, what's up? This is the Noob Trails Comedy Show. We're now fucking tweeting live. I don't know if any of this is showing up, but you can see the whole fucking place, and you're jealous that you're not here right now. All fucking righty. I'm gonna watch that later when I'm sober. Hold down to record longer. I'm not even sure I stopped. Guys, lost all hope here. Put the phone away. We're right on time, actually. We're punctual. It's only 10 o'clock. Fuck, that's awesome. And, no, it doesn't. We got 2 more killer acts. Right now, we're bringing up more fucking comedy, actually. You guys will fucking make some noise for another debut on this stage. It's been only taking fucking 57 shows to make it here, but she's here. So, make some noise for Bonez Poley, everyone. They're a good friend of mine. Woo-hoo! Get on, you guys, bugs.
Thanks, buddy. Give it up for Levi, guys. Give it up for Vapor Trails. This place is awesome. It's my first time here. It's my first time performing at a Vapor Lounge. Not really, because I got added last minute to a bill on Tuesday in Brantford. But that show was awkward as fuck, and I bombed, so this is my first time at a Vapor Lounge. I was a bit nervous about it. I wasn't really sure like how you go about preparing for a show at a Vapor Lounge. I didn't prepare, guys. I woke up today, though, at exactly 4:20 p.m. So I think that's a good sign. I'm off to a good start, right? Nobody Greg, he messaged me the other day, and he's like, Rose, I have this really good idea. I have to tell someone, because if I don't tell you, I'm going to forget what it is. And I didn't get his message until a couple hours later, and I wrote him back. I'm like, sorry, man, I just got this now. What was your idea? He's like, fuck, I already forget. And then I checked what time he sent me the message at, and he sent it at exactly 4:20. Like, yeah, dude, it probably wasn't a very good idea anyway. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, stoners, man. This is a true story, literally 2 days ago. My roommate walks into my bedroom. He's like, hey, do you smell something burning? And I'm like, I smell weed. I don't know. No? He's like, no, seriously, like burning plastic. Like, I just turned off my laptop. I thought it was that. Like, no, like, come here. I go into his room and walk in, and like as soon as I walk into his room, there's a plastic cup, like one of those solo cups, like a beer pong cup, and it's just billowing smoke out the top and the bottom because it's collapsing in on itself at this point. I'm like, dude, that's what smells like weed. Are you using a plastic cup as an ashtray? He's like, well, yeah, I always do. I don't know. What the problem is. Dude, we've been living in this house for 2.5 years and you haven't bought an ashtray. Like, you know, those are like $1, right? There's like 1 million of them floating around from all those kids who made ashtrays for their non-smoking parents in grade 9 pottery class. They're not that hard to come by, dude. But like potheads, like we just do the damnedest things, right? I remember living at my old house in Halliburton, and we used to we put the garbage out on the curb, and we had this problem where we had crows that would tear apart our garbage bags and spread the garbage out all over the place. And so one day, I'm brainstorming, right? And I'm like, there's gotta be something we can do about this. Like, you know what we need, guys? You know what we need? We need some kind of a container, like some kind of a receptacle that we could put the garbage in, you know? And it would have to have some kind of a lid, that you could open. Like maybe we could put it on hinges or something, you know? Yeah, Bonez. They have those. The world has those. They're called garbage cans. Oh, yeah. Fuck, stoners, man. We're not dumb though. Like, we're slow, but we're not dumb. We're smart. Stoners are resourceful. How many people here rolled a joint with the page of a Bible or the sticky from an envelope, or built a bong out of an apple or a pop can? If I went around the room here and asked everybody what kind of shit you built bongs out of, I'm sure we'd have some amazing responses. We're not dumb. It just takes us a minute, you know? When I was younger, my first apartment that I ever got, we built this epic bong. The chamber was a Culligan jug, and then it had 8 hoses coming out the top. And then we took the bowl was from an espresso machine. This thing holds half an ounce, man. You get that thing fired up, you get that chamber going, you get that fucking ball of smoke going in the chamber. You can hit this thing for half an hour. You're already baked after the first 5 hits, and you're still smoking it. And it's not the kind of thing though that you can just pass off as being something else. My mom comes over to our apartment, she's like, hey, what's that? It's, if you have one of these bongs, you can just be like, Mom, it's a vase. Or it's a whole salad dressing. I don't know. You can come up with something. Something like that though, you just it's Mom, meet Bongzilla. You're Culligan jug with a sea monster painted on the side with 8 hoses coming out of it. You're not really gonna come up with another explanation for this. So that's Bongzilla. But yeah, I'm a stoner, guys. But I also really love to drink. And honestly, that's why I was kind of nervous about doing this show. I'm not really used to performing, not wasted. I'm willing to admit, I'm a full-blown alcoholic. I am. I like to think I'm classy, though. Because I drink red wine. I think that's the classy way to be an alcoholic. I even know what kind of wine I like, okay? A lot of people, maybe they'll know that there's a difference between white and red wine. Maybe they'll even know that you're not supposed to put red wine in the fridge. Bet some of you guys didn't know that. But I'm a connoisseur at a whole new level here, guys. I walk into the liquor store. I walk right past the Baco Noir, right past the Shiraz, past the Cabernet Sauvignon. I walk right up to the Magnums. A Magnum is 1.5 liters for all you non-connoisseurs. I walk right up to the Magnums of something that is simply and eloquently called house wine. There's no region, there's no grape variety, there's no information on the label that gives you any indication as to how this shit is made or where the fuck it comes from. But at $11 a Magnum, that's my kind of wine. I'm all about the deals, guys. And you know, when I was a teenager, I used to flat out just steal booze from the liquor store. And I don't do that anymore. And I'm not sure if it's because I've developed a conscience or if I'm just more embarrassed now if I got caught. But adult Bonez is all about the deals. I'm all about the coupons and the points cards and the frequent flyer programs, you know. I'm the kind of person that'll walk into the liquor store intending to buy a 26er, but I'll go home with a 60-ouncer because it had bonus air miles on it. So like whatever, it saves me a trip. And gains me a trip. Huh? Buying liquor with your air miles card really puts a whole new meaning to the idea of drinking to escape your problems. I'm also a smoker, guys. Picture of health right here. I'm only an occasional smoker though. Like I only smoke when I drink, or after a joint, or when I'm driving, or when I'm walking, or when I'm in the company of other smokers, or when I crave a fucking cigarette. But at my old school, they had all these rules about smoking. Like you're only supposed to smoke in the designated smoking areas. Like it's like this giant fucking campus, like open air, like there's so much room and space and open air, and they're like, I swear they just did this. They put the smokers in a little pen just so the non-smokers could talk at us and like feel superior, right? Fuck that. I never smoked in the designated smoking areas, ever. Like, even if I was standing right next to one, I would smoke outside of it. And like just, I would just gawk at the other smokers that were in the pen, like, don't you look like a bunch of twats. You know, walking around campus, smoking away, like, maybe start singing a couple verses of Breaking the Law, maybe throw in some air guitar, like, breaking the law, breaking the law, woo, breaking the law, breaking the law, woo. Good shit though, guys. Like, some of my friends actually got busted and, like, ticketed and fined for smoking, like, outside. Like, and I always figured if that ever happened to me, I would just play dumb. Like, I didn't know you couldn't smoke out here, man. Like, I'm in the middle of a field. I didn't know. They'd be like, yeah, but you were singing Breaking the Law and air guitaring. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was doing that. What else do I want to tell you guys about? I want to tell you about my cat. Do we have any cat people in here? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love my kitty. She's the best. She's cuter than your cat. She is. She does the cutest thing, guys. She does this thing where she likes to kill things and then bring me the remnants of their corpse. It's so cute. And her favorite time and place to do this is when I'm sleeping in bed. She likes to bring me corpses and leave them on the pillow as a little present, little breakfast in bed. So the first thing I see when I wake up, first thing I see when I open my eyes is just dead mouse in my face. And I'm talking about a real dead mouse, not that shitty dubstep guy, although I think that would be equally as, if not more, terrifying. He's still wearing that shitty mask. Just like, oh god, how drunk was I last night? Oh, am I kidding? I've had more regrettable hookups than that. But no, it's a real dead mouse, guys, and it's in my face, and you can't freak out. Like, your first, what you want to do is just, like, scream and throw the thing, but, like, Your cat genuinely thinks that it's doing something nice for you. Your cat's honestly just trying to, it's like, hey, I really appreciate that you feed me and take care of me, and you shovel my shit out of that little box, which is weird. We'll talk about that later. But, you do all this nice stuff for me. I just wanted to repay the favor, show you this little token of my appreciation. So you wake up and you're like, oh, thank you. That's, yeah. It's like when you get a shitty sweater from your grandmother for Christmas. You're like, oh, thanks. Thanks, Slayer. My cat's name is Slayer, not my grandmother. Although that'd be pretty badass. If I could name my grandmother, she'd be Slayer. But no, my grandmother's name is Carrie King. Only the Slayer fans, singular gets that. Okay. But no, okay, so yeah, you have to pretend you like it, and I hate gift giving in general, and gift receiving. I hate feeling obligated to buy presents for people, and I hate feeling obligated to pretend that I like presents that I get from people. Like, the whole thing is just so stressful for me. I had this friend one year for my birthday, she bought me a penis bomb, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a penis bomb. It's a bomb that's shaped like a penis. So, like, cool, whatever. But first of all, what does this say about me? That my friend saw this thing and she's like, that has anyone's names written all over it. Like, if I know any half-baked dick lovers, it's Bones. That's her birthday gift. And I'm like, thanks, man. Cool, I guess. And then, whatever, it was fun. Like, I obviously used it. I smoked out of it. You bribe other people to smoke out of it, take pictures of them, like, put it in people's faces when they're passed out. Like, whatever. You have as much fun as you can have with a penis bomb. And when years go by, I'm moving, I'm purging, I'm getting rid of stuff. I got rid of it. She comes to visit me years later, and she is beyond offended that I no longer have this heartfelt gift of the penis bomb. Like, what did you expect, man? Like, you thought I was gonna keep this until the day I died? Like, what, like, put it on the mantle? Like, leave it to the grandchildren in the will? It's a fucking penis bomb. I just, I hate gifts. I hate giving them. I hate getting them. And the older I get, the more I just hate it all. I just want nothing to do with it. Like, the older you hate, the more you hate everything, right? The more you're just like, fuck everything. You guys ever notice how, like, when you're young, you wish you were older? Like, when you're young, like, you want some maturity. You want some wisdom. You want some responsibility. You want some respect. You get older, you want none of that. Will somebody please just feed me and clothe me and make my decisions for me and leave me the fuck alone? Right? Like, it's too hard. Adulting sucks. It does, but I'll tell you guys, though, one way in which it's awesome. So Christmas is coming up. I hate Christmas. I fucking hate it. I already discussed the whole gift-giving thing. Christmas in general. I'm not religious. I'm not consumer-driven. Christmas has nothing for me. So I used to always feel obligated to participate in it. I realized finally, I'm an adult. If you're going to force me to do this whole adult thing, if you're going to force me to make my own decisions, I'm going to fucking opt out of this Christmas bullshit. Like, I'm just not doing it. So last year, you guys want to know how I spent my Christmas day? I spent Christmas Day skateboarding, playing Sega Genesis, blaring death metal, just like rocking out by myself in my house, like headbanging and like jumping off of things and just like, Aah! You know why? Because I'm an adult. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me. Right? Christmas Eve last year, I watched the 2 Terminator movies. And yes, the 2. I'm not willing to acknowledge 3 or 4 or any consecutive. Fuck that. The 2 Terminator movies. Guys, the 2 Terminator movies are Arnold Schwarzenegger's best films, I've decided. And here's why. Because Arnie is a really convincing robot. He's not a convincing human by any stretch. You know his whole relationship with John Connor? Thank you. his whole relationship with John Connor in the second movie, where John Connor is trying to like coach him on how to act human. I feel like that's probably Arnold Schwarzenegger's relationship with every director he's ever worked with. Like they're filming a scene, they're like, all right, action, and he's like, get out. And the director's like, okay, man, that was pretty good, pretty good. Maybe we could have a little more emotion, just a little more passion, and you can put a little more into it. It's like, yeah, okay, all right, action. Get out! Yeah, okay, Arnie, we'll take it, sure, yeah. Next, like, okay, don't get me wrong, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's how I spent my Christmas Eve, guys. Gotta love him. But honestly, you couldn't have found any other Austrian guy who can actually act and then put him on steroids and just do the same thing. No? I don't know. But the whole like older and younger thing, guys, I think there's a golden age somewhere in the middle. There is. And hear me out here. I think it's from about age 25 to about 29. You're at a point where you finally gained a bit of wisdom and you finally gain some maturity. You can look back on your younger self and you can see how obnoxious and naive you used to be. But you're still young enough and still good looking enough that you can continue to be obnoxious and naive and just revel in every minute of it. Those are the best years. You pass those years, guys. You hit 30. You don't have the wife and kids and picket fence. You don't have the successful career as a rock star that you had planned on. Where do you go from there? What do you do? I guess that's when you turn to stand-up comedy. I love it though, guys. I love being a comedian. I do. I feel like ever since I started doing comedy, I've found this community within the comedic world, right? And like it's almost like this giant support group amongst the other comedians, and not in the sense that other comedians are supportive, because they're not, but more in the sense that most of them are even more fucked up than I am. So it makes me feel better about myself. On that note, though, like I want to hit like a really heavy topic really quickly. I promise I'll bring it back. But a lot of comedians we have a lot of issues. It's kind of a thing in the comedy world, and that was all really brought to light about a year and a half ago when Robin Williams took his own life, and that really brought up this whole discussion about mental health. And as somebody who myself, I suffer from anxiety and depression issues, and so that really struck a chord with me. And it's a really real thing that we need to acknowledge. And I think a lot of people really didn't understand, like, just how hard things worked for him and just what he was going through. And something a lot of people don't know is that his own wife was actually really unsupportive, which couldn't have helped anything. For a while, she wasn't even letting him see his own kids. Most people don't know that. Yeah, he had to dress up as a nanny just to see them. Man, that usually goes over way better. Mrs. Doubtfire, come on! I'm leaving it on that note. You guys just have to take some time to think about that, because that was a killer joke. Alright, let's get the hand back up here.
Bonez Poley, everybody, make some noise for her. There she goes. I think it's one of those things where the realization happens inside the head. Like, you can see the picture and everybody's head like, whoa. You know, but it's tough to perform for eyebrow movements. That's what shows up on sedated faces. But she got you. I remember the first, oh man, when I heard that joke, I'm just like, that is so sad. Wait a minute, no, like, that's the script for a movie. You know, like, you look around the room like, everybody's picking up at the same time. We're gonna get there, the stoners need some time. That was a callback that also I'm not even sure if you guys remember. So it's tough to work that type of angle as a comic too. Remember back then? I think so, buddy. I was tuning in that. Love you guys so much. Stoners are the most favorite audience. Glad we're doing it every week. We only have one more performer on the bill tonight. It definitely brings the energy up by like tenfold and holds it there. But if you guys are COD fans, this Black Ops tournament is 15 in. If you're a membership, that's only 10. But it's going to be happening 15th, December 15th. That's right. December 12th. No, December 12th. All right. And you guys are having a tournament, and we want to enter in it. You got glasswares, prizes. So you want to murk some motherfuckers that are playing locally here, hosted by the lounge. Enter yourself an attorney and shoot motherfuckers up. Might get a bong out of it. You know what I mean? Think you're a good shot? Probably going to be there. Say it again. Tell everybody. Haven't seen the prizes. Come check with Mr. Met DJ Mastermind Mike. See what's going on there. What time are we at, guys? This is one of the first time I ever. All 5 of us. 22. Okay. All right. That's cool, man. Brought up cat. You love your cats. I like cats. I feel like Stoners is a good place to bring up cats. Stoners like cats. Like dogs are for active people.
You would think so. They don't like cats in Brantford. They like anything in Brantford, apparently.
Yeah, but that's what Brantford brings you down, you know? Like, Niagara Falls is one of the only cities in the world that always has a double rainbow over top of it. How fucking happy is that? Like, that's almost gay. You know the only city that has double rainbow 24/7 over top of it? San Francisco. It's equally as gay. I don't know. But we do have double rainbows, and I really think it's wicked fun. There's a lot of great spots in Niagara Region to go get high as fuck, including like peach orchards. Are they orchards? I don't know.
Yes.
You know, there's stone museum, and we're like, oh my god, there's so many grape trees. You can't even look your friend in the eyes, and like, you know, there's gonna be standing to you like, the fuck? Grape trees, bro. Come on, man. Like, I know. As soon as I said it, I was an idiot. I love plants. You know what that happened to actually just the one person in the audience there, but be rather that was my brother's girlfriend's stepfather, who we were doing some work fixing stuff, those fix-it jobs driving by. I'm like, there were so many grape trees. I said it because I knew it would just get right under it, you know? Someone has no room for nonsense in their life. Stoners have endless room for nonsense. I watched so many cat videos, bro. Like, endless room for nonsense. That's why this show goes so well. Honestly. It's like, yes! In a place where you just kind of take it all in with your buds in front of you. Where's standing in line for beer? In general, you're picking up. Everybody has their drinks at your table. When you're at the trails, you're like, oh, I think I need another one. It's right here in my pocket. I didn't involve anything. Just stationed up. Nice. Almost like in a captive audience, but you guys did it to yourself. Drunk people, I was like, I gotta piss. I gotta piss the whole time. Through that whole show, I had to piss. It's good. Sometimes the couches, like, I direct most of the show towards the couches because they need the most energy. You guys are chilling in chairs. Some people just sink in further and further and further. There we are. Come back to us, brother. Hey. I love this guy. It's just fucking. It's gonna be to the point where we gotta, like, you know, actually get tickets to get into the show to space because, you know, we were only capacitated for 31 and fill it pretty quick, right? On New Year's, on any time we hold events, like people are coming in like, what's going on in here? Everybody's just lined up, smoking dudes, hitting dabs, fucking, I don't know, hot knives on a fucking element or something. You know, and they come in, like, the whole packed room's going, back of the room. This place is amazing. It's really tough to turn people away. But sometimes we got filled up that point where it's like, sorry, man, we can't have any more stoners in here. We totally make, you know, this is the max. People are going to start passing out. We need room for air. Sorry, like, hey, guys, be funny and laugh, but, like, don't move around too much, man. We're smoking up a lot of the oxygen in this place right now. And singing, right? Just reaching for another breath of air when you're at full capacity, and everybody's like, just going off on your face, trying to perform through a cloud. Reach for another. No, it's just more hit, man. It's just another hit. It's intense. You know what else is intense? Camping. And the circus. And your headliner, Jeff Stroop. That's who. Make some noise for him off the stage, closing out like a fucking pro. It's all yours, my man.
Keep it going for Levi. How we doing?
Awesome.
How are we doing? That's not when you stop clapping. That's when you get louder. You're going to learn I take up a lot of your energy, so you better dial it up. Because as Levi said, I do get kind of intense up here sometimes. I can be mellow, I can be loud, I'm kind of all over the place. Let's hear it for your opening acts. Let's hear it for Jason again. Awesome. I love the songs. I met Jason probably close to 15 years ago, and that's the first time I heard that Fuzzy Bunny Suit, and I said, you got to do that. Thank you, Jason, for doing that. I love that song. I still, every once in a while, for some reason, it just pops into my head. I'm like, I got a carrot, and I want to share it. My wife looks at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, that was great. I love the new song. That was inspired by the trailer that Levi, David Green, and myself were doing. That was a lot of fun. I remember, I know David and Levi had been talking about doing that trailer, doing a movie for a long time, and David messaged me the one day, said, oh, we're filming a trailer. We're going to film the trailer for the Gorge. Would you like to be the killer in it? You get to kill Levi. And I was like, fuck, I've been waiting 3 years for somebody to ask if I wanted to kill Levi. Love Levi, he's awesome. But yeah, it was fun to chase after him and look like I was kicking him in the face and stabbing him with a barbecue fork. And it was a lot of fun, so much fun. Levi, I've known Levi probably about 3.5 years now. So much fun. Bit of an odd guy sometimes though too. I mean, this guy, one of the things I love the most about Levi is that, I mean, he's not afraid to do anything. Really, he's not afraid to do anything. We're coming back from a show, and I think it was Brantford one time, and Levi already knows where I'm going with this. And Levi and I are in the bathroom together. And we're at the stalls, and we're washing our hands, and we go to dry them. And there's those, the Dyson dryers you dip your hands down in. Well, in this particular bathroom, they had the normal level ones where you put your hands, but then they had like kid level ones. And I joke with Levi, I go like this, So what does Levi do?
He puts his dick in it.
Yes, Levi puts his dick in the hand dryer. I mean, I'm assuming he did, because as soon as his pants started to unzip, I was not going to find out. But the funniest part was I went back. There was a Tim Hortons at this rest stop. I went back over the Tim Hortons area, and Levi comes out. I see Levi come out like Levi, and then he looks around, and then I see him dart back into the bathroom. I'm like, and then he comes back out, and I'm like, what the fuck? What was that all about? Levi's like, I was making sure there was no cameras in there. Because that's something that I would just love to be the security person watching this footage and seeing two guys in the bathroom, and all of a sudden one guy runs out and the other guy's dick is in the fucking hand dryer. That would be fun. One other time I seen him eat a slice of pizza that a guy had his penis in like 2 seconds before. Get dick pizza. Ask Levi about that sometime.
I didn't know, man.
You didn't know. You didn't, but after you found out, you didn't care either. To be honest, yes, Levi didn't know, but yeah, as I said, when he did find out, he didn't really give a kick. But and then the hilarious part was a few minutes after that, the guy who had stuck his penis in the pizza's like, why is my dick burning? Well, to which I said, well, remember there was hot peppers on that pizza, so that should mean hopefully Levi was safe. I'm hoping. But yeah, so it's doing comedy's fun. Bonez was talking. I love being here. It's good to be back here. Bonez was saying Tuesday we were up at a vapor room in Brantford, and it was much different. I mean, even right from the outside, when you drive past here, you know what this is. You know there's a vapor room. You know, you're loud and proud. You know, this place, is here. we went to this place, and I guess it's more of a private club, because there was no sign on it whatsoever that it was a vapor room. It was actually, the sign that was on it was a dance studio, a kids' dance studio. And we were traveling with fellow comic David Green, who's been here many times. And David's like, "Is this the place? That's the number. Is this the place?" We pull around the side. There's a couple guys in the back, and we're like, it's really sketchy looking. We're like, "Yeah, is this the vapor room?" And they're like, "Yeah, you just go around the front door and you ring the bell and somebody will let you in. Oh yeah, and have your social insurance number and this ready." And we're like, David's looking at me like, "Are they serious about social insurance number?" So we ring the bell, and this guy comes down and opens the door, and there's like, I don't know, David thought it was like, there was stains all over the stairs. I don't know if it was blood or cum or I don't fucking know. But it was actually upstairs, was quite nice. It just, big, huge room. There was maybe a dozen people in there, but it was half of them were sleeping, so that's fun. You know, not just doing the show there, but doing the show for people that are sleeping. And it's fun when you have a guy like me who, in parts of his act, will actually be yelling at people. So that's fun. But as Bones was saying, Christmas is coming. I know she hates Christmas, but you know what? I love Christmas. Anybody else love Christmas? Christmas is an awesome time of year. It's my favorite time of year. And one of my favorite things about Christmas, you know, I love Christmas music. I mean, my radio in the car, I have Christmas music on. You know, I can't wait for the Christmas music to start. I love all the, you know, but I love the happy stuff. I love Jingle Bells. I love Frosty, you know, Rudolph. I love these, you know, they're good happy songs. You know, like Rudolph. It's, you know, this reindeer with, you know, his nose blows and he saves Christmas. You know, Christmas is going to be ruined, but, you know, he saves it. He's going to guide. But then there's a couple of songs, and there's one in particular that I can't stand, that really brings me down. Are you familiar with this one called The Christmas Shoes? People are familiar with The Christmas Shoes? I hate this song. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, I'll get you up to speed. There's this, it's almost Christmas time, and there's this little boy, and his mother's in the hospital, you know, and he goes into a store and he finds this pair of shoes that are, you know, they're gonna fit her. They're her size. They're beautiful. They're awesome. You know, they're the greatest pair of shoes. You know. But he gets to the counter and he doesn't have enough money. And he's looking around and he's like, "What am I going to do? You know, I got to get these shoes because you know what? I want Mama to look beautiful if she meets Jesus tonight." Now, how superficial is Jesus? If you get up to heaven and he looks you up and down, and he goes, "You know what? You were a decent human being. You never stole. You know, you donated your time to all kinds of charities. Wonderful person. But what the fuck are with those shoes? You know, they're nice, that fucking hospital gown of yours. Get out of here. Go to hell, bitch." Come on, because, you know, like I said, you know, would Jesus, is he really going to care? You know, does he really care? And is that, you know, the boy's major care? Everything else is okay about his mama, and just her shoes suck? Is that it? Mama, you look good, but you know what? You need some good shoes if you're going to meet Jesus. And another line, what's that other line that drives me? Oh, I'm blanking here for a minute. But there's another line that, let's see, Mama meets Jesus. Oh yeah, I know these shoes are going to make her smile. You know what else is going to make Mama smile? You know what? You really know what's going to make Mama smile? Not dying! That's going to make Mama smile. I'm pretty sure that's a little more important than fucking shoes. You know, but I'd like to see a more realistic version of this song where the boy, you know, in the song, the boy's looking around. Like I said, you know, the song's written by basically the view of the guy behind him in line. So I'd like to see a more realistic version of the song where the boy's like looking at the man behind him. He's like, "Mister, what am I gonna do? I need to get these shoes for Mama." And all of a sudden, the man behind him's like, "How much do you love Mama?" Little boy's looking at him. He's like, "You know what? Fuck Mama. I want an Xbox, Mister. Don't depress me at Christmas time. I'm sorry. Don't do it. I hate depressing stuff at Christmas." But it is good to be here. You know, I live in Welland, so it's good to be anywhere other than Welland. You know, and the Falls is fun. There's a lot of things here in the Falls. There's a lot of cool things. They've got the Skyline Tower. You know, they've got that. They've got the revolving restaurant in that Skyline Tower. You know, I've never been to a revolving restaurant, but I do want to go sometime. Because, you know, there's something I've often wondered about a revolving restaurant. If you get drunk in a revolving restaurant, does the room stop spinning? No? Maybe spin the other way? Spin faster, perhaps? I'm sure it'll probably spin faster, but I've never been. Tell you a bit about myself. I'm married, as I mentioned earlier. I'm married, and I have 2 daughters. I love my kids. I have a 11-year-old and I have a 16-year-old. And, you know, it's fun, you know, fun raising a teenager these days. You know, everything, you know, they know, you know, they got everything at their fingertips nowadays. But for the most part, she's a good kid. I love her. She's a good kid. She doesn't get in a whole lot of trouble. But you know what? I don't know the way she is when she's out with her friends. I have no idea. I don't see her out with her friends. So I've started to wonder how she might act when she's out with her friends, because I was at the mall a while back, and I think there was like 3 or 4 teenage girls in front of me, probably roughly my daughter's age. And, you know, I walk in a few feet behind them, and I hear them chatting and stuff. I'm not sure what they're talking about. I can only guess they're talking about somebody that they don't like or something. Because all of a sudden, out of one of the girls' mouths, I hear, "If you ever say that person's name again, I'm going to rip your fucking tit off." Who says that? How mad do you have to be at someone? How much do you have to dislike somebody that you're willing to cause bodily harm to your friend? Not the person that you don't like. I mean, I've never been out with Levi and said, "You know what, Levi, if you mention that person's name again, I'm going to rip your fucking cock off." I punch him in the cock, maybe. But that guy's still got to be really angry about it. I'd probably rather go find the person they didn't like and punch them in the cock. But why do people say stupid things like that? I mean, there's so many stupid things people say. Like, I was out a couple years ago with some friends, and we were hanging around. It was around lunchtime, and we were all thinking about, you know, we were either going to go to lunch together or we were going to go, you know, off by ourselves. We were talking about lunch, and my one friend had, I think she was 17 or something at the time. She says, "You know, I like eating too much. I could never be an Ethiopian." When did starvation become a choice? You know, other than people that go on a hunger strike for, you know, a few days or something, but when did starvation become, you know, a life choice? You know, do Ethiopians sit around and look at Canadians and go, "You know what, I could never be Canadian, you know, I like starvation too much, I could never be Canadian." You know, what's with their parenting skills? Where's the fucking flies around their kid's face? Come on. Give them a bowl of rice, those Canadians. But yeah, like I said, I do have the teenage daughter, and like I said, for the most part, she's good. I like her. Maybe not her taste in music. I'm more, you know, I'm more with Bones on the Slayer and stuff like that, but my daughter's a One Direction fan. Oh, Jason, I understand. By that sound, I'm gathering you're a big fan too. Thought I saw you at the concert. But yeah, no, I did. I had to go to a One Direction concert. Actually, 2 years in a row, I went to One Direction concert. The last one, I had floor seats. Yay! Don't go to a One Direction concert beyond the floor. I was scared. My daughter was so embarrassed. Anytime the music went down, the girls were screaming and stuff. I'm like looking at my daughter and I'm going, I need an adult. I need an adult. I actually yelled a couple of times, somebody help. I did yell that. I was asking for help. But the first time I went, I wore, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the band Guar. I wore a Guar shirt. They're like an incredibly gruesome. I mean, they're humorous too, but like they have blood. And, like you go to their concert and they have fake jizz going all over the place, fake blood, fake urine. They're like, now that's a show. Come on, that's cool. They're decapitating people. It's wholesome entertainment.
Damn right.
Damn right, wholesome entertainment. But so I'm at the One Direction concert and I'm wearing this Guar shirt because it's my way of protesting being there. Like, I don't want to be there, so I'm going to show everybody, everybody's got their One Direction shirts. I got a Guar shirt on and like severed head and stuff on there. Nobody really seemed to notice or really care. So then I went this past summer, and now next summer we've already got tickets. We're going to see this other boy band. Yay! 5 Seconds of Summer. Oh, good. Nobody. Thank God you guys are cheering or booing. You must not have heard of them. I'm glad. You are the luckiest people in the world if you've not heard of this band. They're like an Australian boy band. They actually, to be fair, they actually play instruments rather than One Direction. So, they got a little bit more talent, not a whole lot more talent, but they got a little bit more talent. So, I'm going to protest again this year going. So, I was talking to one of my comedian friends, I decided I'm going to make my own shirt, as protest being there. Something, and I started saying some ideas. I'd write something on there like, here against my will, or, please help me, something like that. And then the next words out of my mouth, I guess I didn't think fully through before I said the next words. Because the next words out of my mouth were, or maybe a shirt that says, my daughter made me come. Yeah, then I realized that's probably not a good idea to be at a boy band concert with a t-shirt that says my daughter made me come. With all those teenage girls around. I mean, yeah. Talk about the One Direction concert, that's a crazy, I mean, there was so many, bare butts and belly buttons sticking out, not a place for a guy my age to be walking around with one erection. A 15-year-old boy, that would probably be a good idea. 42-year-old man, there's One Direction for you, and that's fucking jail. So, but yeah, like I said, my daughter made me come written on a shirt. It's probably not a good idea. I can see myself going up, handing the tickets to security. The security's looking at my shirt, and they're like, sir, do you mind following us? I'm looking at my shirt, and I'm like, what? What did I do? What did I, we just got here. And then I look at the shirt, and I'm like, oh, okay. Do we do the cavity search here or in that room? But yeah, as you probably noticed by now, I coach soccer to little kids, 3 and 4-year-olds to be exact. I love coaching little kids. I'm seem like an out there kind of guy, but I mean, little kids are awesome, especially like 3 and 4-year-olds, because if you want an honest opinion about anything, those are the people to go to. I mean, they are the most honest people you're going to ever meet. If they think you're fat, they're going to tell you you're fat. They think you're ugly, they're going to tell you you're ugly. And a couple of years ago, I was coaching my team and I was getting them ready, and I'm like, okay, you go over here and you go over here, and you're going to play goalie. And I turned to the opposite team, and there's this cute little girl, and she's looking up at me. She's got these big eyes, and she's looking up at me, and all of a sudden she says, "You sound like a girl." Now, there's no microphone trick. This is my voice, and I've heard it many times over the years about my voice. I know it's not the most manly sounding voice, and people have said stuff about it, and sometimes it bugs me. So I very abruptly said to the little girl, "That's nice." I figured, we're gonna move on with our lives. But then she looks at me again and she goes, "But you look like a boy." I said, "Yeah? I hope I look like a boy." Well, I didn't say that part, but I'm thinking to myself, I hope I look like a boy. Because I think I'm a boy. So anyways, so then again she looks at me again and she goes, "But you sound like a girl." And I'm like, okay, we're putting an end to this right now. I'm in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? Everybody has different sounding voices. It's not an issue. And that's it. I figured, okay, we can get on with our lives. This crisis is over. But then, about halfway through the game, I feel this presence around me. She's like hovering around me now. And she's giving me the dirtiest look I think I've gotten from anyone ever in my life. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I feel bang against my leg. She chest bumped my leg. A 4-year-old girl chest bumped my leg, and all I can think is, what the fuck? She want to go? She want to go? Am I being challenged to a fight by a 4-year-old girl? Look at this fucking body! Do I look like I could take a 4-year-old girl? Probably not. Okay, better yet, a 4-year-old girl in Welland. No. I don't think anybody in this room could probably take a 4-year-old girl in Welland. So anyways, again, you know what? I was the adult. I decided, you know what? I'm going to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, that fucking bitch. So anyways, I let it go, let it go, let it go. And you know what? The game went on. So a couple minutes later, there she is. I see her again. Now she's got the ball. She's on a breakaway. She's happy. She's laughing. Her parents are cheering. Everybody's excited. Tripper. Who sounds like a girl now, bitch? And then I ripped her fucking tit off. Now, if anybody knows of any soccer organizations that are in need of a coach this coming summer, I'm your guy. But yeah, that's always fun, coach. Yeah, and like I said, I have the teenager, but I also have an 11-year-old daughter. And with my 11-year-old daughter, that pretty much means when she's at home, she's in control of the television. I don't get to watch what I want to watch. So I'm stuck watching a lot of kids programs. And even before I had kids, I noticed, you know what? We always tell kids, or at least when I grew up, we're always telling kids, say no to drugs, don't do drugs. But you know what? We let them watch shows that seem like they were created by people on drugs. I mean, think about Barney for a minute. It's a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, a giant monster that used to devour everything in its path. Hey, who better to teach kids about caring and sharing, right? Then there was that show, Bananas and Pajamas. Remember this? Bananas and Pajamas? What the fuck is that? I mean, what kind of drugs do you have to take to come up with the image of tropical fruit and sleepwear? Seriously, man, what's next? Burritos and Speedos? That sounds like a fun show. Probably some fat Italian guy at the beach. Hey, baby, want to see my banana in pajamas? Or my zucchini in a bikini? Want to see? Got something for you. No, these are not television shows for children. Not. And then, my favorite, Teletubbies. I sat down and I figured out what they were on when they come up with Teletubbies. Teletubbies is about drinking. It's about getting drunk, really. Follow me for a minute. Okay, these Teletubbies, if you watch, they were always stumbling around, falling down, and hugging each other. I mean, isn't that the same thing you see at any bar around 1:30 in the morning, just before closing time? Everybody's stumbling all over the place. It's the same thing. But then, if that's not enough, listen to the names. Put them together. It describes your average night of drinking. You start out, had a few, you're starting to feel tipsy, but you're slurring your speech too, and you're like, hey man, I feel dipsy. Then you're drinking more, now you're really feeling good, and you're skipping around the bar going, la, la. Okay, just me and Bones. True story. And then, of course, because you're drinking so much, half the night you're in the bathroom going tinky-winky. And by the end of the night, you spent all your money on booze, so well, obviously now you're po. But yeah, my favorite thing, though, I like TV when I get to watch TV. My favorite thing about television, though, is I love commercials. I've loved commercials for years. But I've noticed, ever since I was young, commercials are more and more perverted all the time. They always, there's always perversion in commercials. For instance, I don't know, maybe it might have been around 5 years ago. Do you know Cadbury cream eggs? The cream eggs. They had this slogan, this campaign. I don't know what you want to call them. These commercials a few years back, and their slogan was "Release the goo." Is that not perverted? Does that not sound a little bit perverted? Doesn't that sound like maybe something Mr. Burns might say to Smithers in a gay porno or something? Smithers, release the goo. Excellent. And then, of course, one of the biggest commercials that's known for their perversion in their commercials, Juicy Fruit. You know that song they're always singing in the Juicy Fruit ads? It's been the same fucking song, just a little bit different, for like 40 or 50 years. It goes like this. Take a sniff. Pull it out. The taste is going to move you when you pop it in your mouth. Are we selling gum, or is this stage direction for a porno movie? Probably starring some guy named Big Red in a threesome with the Dublin twins, but that was another commercial when I was a kid that used to bother me. There was the Big Red commercials, and their slogan when I was younger was "Longer with Big Red." Now, "Longer with Big Red" to me sounds like one of those, contraptions you can buy in the back of a porno magazine, one of those pumps, add 3 inches in 6 weeks or your money back. Fucking things don't work. It's not what you're thinking. I bought one for my dad last Christmas. My mom still isn't talking to me. I'm hoping to make it up to her this Christmas, But then, I think it was almost 20 years ago, Mars Bar. You're all familiar with Mars. They had this slogan, and I remember it really well. It was "Get off on Mars." Get off on Mars sounds good to me. I went out and I bought one. And things were going great. Things were going good until the damn thing started to melt. Broke off inside my girlfriend. Don't tell you that on the commercials. It's okay, I had to break up with her a little while after that. Caught her cheating on me with Mr. Big. It's okay, I couldn't eat more anyways. So, you guys dollar store shoppers? You like the dollar store? Sorry, the $1.25 store. The $1.50 store. Do I hear $2? $3? How about 4? 4? They're at 5? 5 back there's 10. 10. 10. it's like I'm on an episode of fucking Storage Wars or something. You gotta bid on your fucking dollar item. But I like to buy things at the dollar store, you know. You gotta get things from there sometimes. But there are definitely things that don't belong in the dollar store. Like, for instance, did you know they sell pregnancy tests in the dollar store? Why? Who's buying a pregnancy test at the dollar store? You want to know who's buying a pregnancy test at the dollar store? The moron that bought the condom at the fucking dollar store. That's who's buying that. You know, let's face it, if you have to buy your pregnancy test at the dollar store, it's not a pregnancy test you need, it's a fucking IQ test. Another thing I saw that made no sense in the dollar store. They're now selling hair dye in the dollar store. Hair dye in the dollar store. Again, why? Who's buying this? You know what? If you buy your hair dye at the dollar store, please don't call me up the next day and cry to me that your hair fell out. You know, it's laying next to you in bed. I don't care if it's a lovely shade of blue. Don't buy your freaking hair dye at the dollar store. Just please don't. Another thing I saw recently, they're now selling at the dollar store. Do you know they sell diet pills at the dollar store? Now I actually have a theory that these pills work. I do. Follow me here for a second. These dollar store diet pills work. And here's the reason. You buy the pills at the dollar store. You take them. You start looking good. You lose a lot of weight. You're looking good. You got a nice body. You buy one of those thongs at the dollar store to show off your nice new body. You know what? One thing leads to another. You need the condoms. So you got the dollar store condoms. It's a condom from the dollar store, so obviously it fucking breaks. So then you need the pregnancy test. And then 9 months later, you're shopping in the dollar store baby aisle. Or half aisle, I should call it. I don't think it's a full aisle yet. They're getting there, though. One day, if we just keep our fingers crossed, that's going to be a whole baby aisle. Favorite thing, though, I buy at the dollar store. I buy air fresheners. You know, everybody's got to buy an air freshener from time to time. But I started wondering, who comes up with the idea for air freshener scents? I mean, you know, I understand ones like berries or lemons, but I saw an air freshener once. I didn't get it all. It was called Country Breeze. Country Breeze. I grew up in the country, and unless you enjoy the smell of pig shit, you sure as hell don't want your house smelling like a country breeze. Anyways, before I go, guys, I'll do one last thing. You know, like I said, Christmas is almost here, which means, you know, it's winter time. You know, we're soon going to have the snow falling. It's going to be great. And, you know, there's just one thing that, you know, I'd like to know before I leave tonight, and that's, Levi, do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, but now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? Go away, Stroop. Okay, bye. Do you want to build a snowman or ride a bike around the halls? I think some company is overdue. I started talking to the pictures on the wall. Hang in there, whatever your fucking name is.
Hang in there, Joan.
Hang in there, Joan. It gets a little, no, it's not. It's a little lonely. All these empty rooms, just watching the hours tick by. Levi, please. I know you're in there. People are asking where you've been. They say have courage. And I'm trying to. I'm right out here for you. Please let me in. Do you want to build a snowman?
Mr. Jeffrey Stroop, everybody. Mr. Jeffrey Stroop, you saw Face on Back Room, the whole place. That was Victor Trail. Episode 57 closed out like that. You wanna build a snowman? Do you wanna do some blowman? Let's all throw down and grab a ball. You don't even know how long it's been since I've been bouncing off these walls. I had a lot of money, but now it's gone. At least I'm still fucking high. Do you wanna do some blow, man?
Oh, you fucking drug addict.
Okay, bye. That was really fun. We're gonna get stoned, I guess. That's what we do after the show. If you guys aren't there yet, then give it up for everybody else that was on the show as well. Mr. NCP was in the house, Bonez Poley, local favorite, and Jeffrey Stroop. In that, I was your host, Levi Mann. So we'll see you next week. That's what we do and stuff, and then all of that. And so what we smoke weed.
I have to go. There's no, I yeah.